Assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessings be upon you all. Welcome back to another podcast with Gems of Faith. And today, I'm delighted to say we have Brother Mohamed with us today. Assalamu alaikum, Mohamed.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So I'm glad that you're here. And today's topic that we'll be covering is how COVID has affected your business. So first of all, Mohamed, tell us a bit about what you do.
So I opened my company, which is a flooring company, back in 2012. And the business was steady. The company is called Sussex Carpet Centre, which is in Crawley. But yeah, we opened up in 2012 in March.
Okay, great. And it was doing really well.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, it was doing okay.
So Mohamed, how has COVID affected your business?
So if you look back to February last year, 2020, before they announced obviously the lockdown on the 23rd of March, obviously it was new to the country about the COVID. But when they announced that the 23rd we had to close for all businesses, non-essential shops to be closed, we didn't know what was going to happen. In April, the government did give us a grant, which helped out. But unfortunately, with the government, what they announced, they're going to give everyone the grant, and anyone can apply for it, has put a hole into the government to help us for the second lockdown. When we reopened in June, so I had to stay at home from March till June, because obviously we didn't know how about the click and collect and stuff like that. But when we reopened on June, the 14th, I think it was, when we opened, alhamdulillah, the business boomed. So the first lockdown that we closed on the 23rd and reopened in June, obviously affected all businesses, but it did help us out. On the 14th of June, when we reopened, alhamdulillah, it was really, really busy. But no one thought there was going to be second lockdown.
And how did the second lockdown affect you?
So the second lockdown, back in November, I think it was November, November, it took a massive hit on every company. It likes, if you go to normal, local town centres, wherever anyone lives, you can see 50% of the shops now have closed. And not only that, the biggest companies, for example, like Debenhams, who are one of the biggest retailers in the market, have gone to, they've gone bust, because obviously they can't keep up with their cash flows. And unfortunately, what's happened regarding the rent, that the actual landlords still want to be paid while we're closed. But in the long term, whoever survives this lockdown, the last lockdown, and hopefully it is going to be the last lockdown, has done really well. But since November till now, we opened obviously in December, but only up to 26th of December, and then we had to close off after the 26th of December and lock down to the 12th of April. Now, it's taken a massive, massive hit on my sector, which is retail, in the sector that I'm in, which is the flooring industry. I'm still keeping afloat, because obviously I can go to site visits. So I can go to people's homes and obviously show them samples and stuff like that, and they can purchase. And my fitters still can go out and fit floorings. But if you look at in way up what we took last year to this year, massively down. Everyone is down.
It's been a testing time, as you said, for yourself and for other businesses out there, especially small businesses. And hopefully, inshallah, it's going to come to an end soon. I think they're saying April. Am I correct?
They're saying our non-essential shops can open in April. But what you got to remember, the hospitality side sector. So, for example, they can't open until the 21st of June. Now, other hospitalities, for example, like bowling alleys, and obviously for the kids to go to cinemas, they're not going to be open to the 21st of June. Now, they've already announced, even to some gyms can't open to the 21st of June. For example, some of the gyms will not be reopening. They can't reopen because of haven't got the funds and the cash flow. They've run out of money. And this is the problem the government is doing. They're helping big businesses out, but the small independent businesses, small companies, it's taken a massive hit on us. It has taken a massive hit. But alhamdulillah, we only can do what we can do, for how we bring in the trade. The trade's there until we reopen the doors. We will never know what the outcome is going to be after this third lockdown and hopefully the final lockdown.
And you said something that was really interesting. You said that if you survive the COVID, like if you survive, the business survives it, that means you can survive anything to do with your business because it's been a really testing time.
Surviving this impact it's had on all businesses. Now, we've all, when I say we've all, majority of businesses are trying to keep hold of their business. The next stage now is what it's going to be like when we reopen on the 12th of April, because a lot of people now are ordering online. So there's a lot of people now staying at home ordering online because they're at home. They can't go out and buy stuff because it's non-essential. They can't go to shops because they're closed. This is going to be a massive test for us when we reopen on the 12th of April. If people are going to be willing to go out and start shopping again, I think it will, but I think it's going to take a while for people to come out to brace, what's going around the world, what's happening around the world, and to go out and interact with people, because I don't think normality is going to happen for quite a while now. After what's happening, I don't think it's going to happen for quite a while, because people are going to be cautious on who they're mixing with, who they're talking to a stage where people can go out and feel a bit free. I think that's going to take a while.
I suppose from having them coming out and shopping is still better than having the shop completely closed. And it's either going to be one of those things that it's going to be really slow, or your company, your business is going to do so well because people have been desperately wanting to get flooring for the last 6 months. So hopefully it will turn that way for you and not the other way.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Even going back on the 12th of April, it's still going to be tough. It's still going to be tough.
So just your input, how, with everything that's happened, what's changed out of business? What's changed for you during COVID?
Adapting. It's adapting to the way that life is now. It's adapting to it. For example, we've got to take precautions in when we're going around to people's homes, masks, and it's adapting to the new way of life. This is the new way of life. Even if you look at other countries, they're doing stuff that they've done 5-10 years ago. We're doing it now, as in people wear masks and stuff abroad. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but people wear masks, to protect themselves. We have to adapt to that lifestyle now here.
But have you found? I mean, it must be the positive side of it is having that time with your family, spending with your wife, and like something that you probably would have held you back working the hours you worked before. I mean, how have you found that?
Alhamdulillah, I've spent more time with the family, which I wouldn't have had that time. So there's always a positive and a negative that comes off this side. The positive is I'm actually spending more time with the family. I'm actually become the chef now, the house, to be fair. I've started cooking a lot and spent, it's time gained, not time lost, as I see it, because I've spent time with my family. Okay, we can't go see mum, dad, my mother, my sisters, which I'd love to see, but unfortunately, it's making that when we come out of this lockdown to appreciate each other. The appreciation there is going to be more greater. But the advantage I've had, yes, I spent time with my family, which I probably wouldn't have spent time with if I wasn't in lockdown.
Yeah, it's quality time, isn't it? It's something that you could never.
Priceless. You can't spend that. You can't put a price on it. It's priceless. And that's the time I wouldn't have had with them. So yes, we're all going through this, this situation. Yes, we've lost family members, through this COVID. So it puts life, you need to see life completely different now. And it should have woken a lot of people up. That's how I see it. It should have woken a lot of people out of what's going around, not just in the UK, worldwide.
Thank you, Mohamed. So just if someone's out there today and they're struggling with their business and they're worried and they feel like they can't cope and What is it? What is that little bit of hope, like that bit of advice that you would give to that individual listening?
So if there's any brothers or sisters listening, the best advice to me to say to you is, listen, we're all going through it together. Alhamdulillah, we're still alive. Business will pick up again. You have to go with the flow. So if the business is down, inshallah, the business will start rising again. People have still got money to spend. So if you are struggling out there, just be patient, sabr, and inshallah you'll be okay. You know, it's going to take time. That's with every business. It will take time, but just have sabr.
Thank you, Mohamed, for that. For those who didn't catch the business that Mohamed's got, it's Sussex Carpet Centre at Denville Trade Park. You know, support him, support the small businesses out there. And like he said, everyone's going through it together. You're not alone. Whether it's a business, whether you've lost your job and you're looking for a job, everyone's going through this COVID together, and it's international, it's worldwide, and it's a blessing that we're still able to be safe. We still have our homes. There's people that have lost their homes and that, so we've got a lot to be grateful for. But if anyone's been affected by today's topic, please get in contact with us via email. And also, if you've got a story you would like to share, we would love to hear from you. Please continue to support us. Please stay connected. But until next time, take care, look after yourselves, and bye for now.